What's going on, gardeners? We are having the deepest cold we have had in 6 years here on the southeastern coast of North Carolina. We have had 4 back-to-back nights deep into the 20s with 4 more to go, and a couple of those may be in the teens. And on today's 2-minute garden tip, we are going to find out which garden veggies can take it and which can't. I'll show you the things in my garden that are so cold hardy they don't even need to be covered through this deep cold. All of the raised garden beds that you see right here are full of brassicas and lettuces, and these things need a little bit of cold protection because they will get burnt. So all of these will survive the freezing temperatures, but they really need to keep that hard frost off of them, hence the covers. But everything in this raised garden bed right here is so cold hardy they don't need covers. What you see right here is my garlic sprouting. Obviously the garlic does not need covers. They are the most cold hardy thing I grow. Then we have leeks and we have kale. And kale and leeks are both so incredibly cold hardy. Again, they can take temperatures in the teens and 20s no problem without any sort of cover. And when it comes to kale, it's not just the red Russian kale that you see right here that doesn't need a cover. My blue curly kale and my lacinato kale, also known as dino kale, do just fine without any kind of covers. Right next to that bed, you'll also see bunching onions. These are sold as green onions or spring onions in the store. Again, super cold hardy, no need to cover any of these during the cold weather. In this bed right here, you'll see multiple cilantro plants, also known as coriander. Some of them are getting big, specifically this plant right here. Cilantro is mega cold hardy, no need to cover that. You'll notice I do have uncovered dill in these beds that are doing fairly well, but dill can be a little bit hit or miss, so I wouldn't necessarily add it to the list. It is cold hardy, but it benefits from covers if you want all of it to survive. And finally, parsley. Parsley is also super cold hardy. It handles the cold temperatures no problem. I have parsley strategically planted all around my yard and garden, and it does great unprotected. While the hard freezes have killed off my summer crops, the parsley is still thriving. Kale, leeks, garlic, bunching onions, cilantro, and parsley. These 6 things are so cold hardy, everybody should be growing them in the winter. Honestly, carrots, parsnips, and collards should also be on that list, but I have them interplanted with other things that are less cold hardy in my garden, and it was just easier to cover everything. If you want a stress-free, lazy winter garden, consider growing at least these 9 things. And that's today's 2-minute garden tip. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell to receive new video notifications, and check out our Amazon storefront and spread shop in the video description for a list of the gardening products I use and awesome custom designed apparel and other gear. Your support is greatly appreciated.